Hey everyone, Ryan Fire here, host of the Autobrand podcast, and thanks for joining me for a special bonus episode of the Autobrand podcast on how to launch products like a pro. This is one of those linchpin activities for brand builders in the automotive aftermarket. You have to launch products. It's one of the things that we're primarily responsible for. We have to launch new products, bring them to the market. And so what I've done is I prepared a free download, a product launch template that guides you through step by step on how to launch products in the automotive aftermarket. It's an Excel file. You can get it for free. It's at autobrandpodcast.com/launch, LAUNCH, autobrandpodcast.com/launch. You can download this free Excel spreadsheet and go through the 75 to 100 different activities that are required for marketers, brand builders in order to successfully launch products in the automotive aftermarket. Now, depending on your brand and where you are in the life of your business, launching a product may mean something different. For some of you, you've just invented a product, you've just created something, you just engineered something new. Your business doesn't exist yet, and you need to launch it. You need to bring it to market for the first time. And so really, launching the product is launching your brand. And so you're bringing your brand to market for the very first time. And so this product launch is going to be huge for you and your business. Now, there are maybe others of you who you have been in business for a while. You've got product lines that exist out there, and you're launching a new, what I call application, or what the automotive aftermarket calls an application. So for example, let's say you make tonneau covers for pickup trucks, covers the bed of the pickup truck. And you make a roll-up bed cover for Ford F-150s. And tomorrow you're going to be launching a new set of those roll-up tonneau covers for Silverados. And you don't have that today. So it's not a new product line. You already have it for some other vehicles. You're launching a new application. So you're launching a product that way. Or you may be launching a new product line, which is essentially a new product that doesn't exist yet. So using the tonneau cover example, you have the roll-up tonneau cover, but now you're going to be launching a folding tonneau cover, and you don't have those on the market today. And so maybe you're launching several SKUs, you're launching it for several applications, but it's a new line. Perhaps it has a new name altogether. You're branding it something different than your roll-up line. That is the launch of a new product line. Well, regardless of where you are with your brand or your business, you need to follow a certain set of activities and steps in order to properly seed it in the marketplace and let people know that your brand, your product, your application exists. And that this product launch template I've created can help you regardless of your situation. In fact, you can even use it as a tool to guide your team through when each part of the launch process needs to be done. That's how I designed this Excel spreadsheet. At the top, you can put in the project name, and you can put in the target launch date, and it will reflow all 75, 100 tasks in there on when they need to be done in order to launch that product successfully. So I want to talk about the 4 phases of launching a product, and my perspective is really from the marketer. So if you are an engineer, developer, whatever, you probably have your own set of phases, your own kind of timeline that you go through in developing the product. What I'm talking about is launching the product. Now, one of the challenges that you will discover very quickly, or you already know about, is that the product development team, or the APQP team, or the engineering team, the PD, whatever you call that team that actually builds, creates, supplies, manufactures, whatever, the new product, they typically work in kind of a waterfall or cascading plan. It's a sequence of events. They do task A, and then when task A is done, they begin task B and C, and then when those are done, they can begin task D, so on and so forth. A lot of times you'll see it in a Gantt chart, which, man, I love Gantt charts. They're so beautiful, just this interweaving of tasks that lays out the entire project, and it lays out when the product is going to be ready and you can launch it. I just have one problem with Gantt charts. I've never seen one that's accurate. I've never seen one that actually launches on the day that the Gantt chart said it would launch. Beautiful chart. I've just never seen one that's accurate. And so that's the way that the product development team works. They're going through a sequence of events, some stages, they're passing them, they're going through line by line, task by task to build, create, engineer this product. Well, marketing, we work from a launch date. We want to know, when can we make this product public? When can we start telling the world about this product? And then we work backwards or forwards off of that launch date. Everything is relative to that launch date. So if we're going to launch on June 1st, well, on May 1st, we need all the assets. We need these things created. We need photos. We need this thing. And then on May 15th, we need these other tasks completed. We need to start telling distributors, whatever. And then on June 1st, we'll launch it. And the problem happens is the product development team gives you this launch date, which, by the way, if they're using a Gantt chart, it's never accurate. And it's getting pushed out, it's getting pulled back in, it's getting pushed out. More often than not, it's getting pushed out. And it's frustrating to try and figure out, when do we do all of our activities? When are we going to have everything that we need to create all the assets and everything that we need? And it's just frustrating. And so my word of advice to you in this situation is just anticipate it. That's going to happen. That's a nature of the beast. That's the reality that you face when you're creating something new. There's always going to be obstacles, hurdles, delays. Things are going to go faster than you thought. Things are going to take longer than you thought. That's just a reality that's part of creating something new. And so if you can approach launching products with this perspective that the launch date's going to shift, I know it's going to shift. Just your mindset is going to be a whole lot healthier, a whole lot better than if you're just frustrated because the team keeps delaying and then they bring it forward and they can't give me a straight answer. Well, hey, give them a break. It's hard to create something new. And so approach the launching products with a mindset of flexibility. So I want to talk about the 4 phases of launching a product. And if you download this free product launch template, again, autobrandpodcast.com/launch, you're going to see that every task, every activity follows one of these 4 phases. So the 4 phases in launching a product are: number 1, discovery; number 2, creative; number 3, publicity; and number 4, analysis. Those are the 4 stages in the process of launching a product. So now I want to talk through each one of those phases. So number 1 was discovery. This is all about discovering, does the marketplace need this product? It's the early stages of even the product development process. It's really the business case timeline or time frame of the product creation in general. Marketing needs to be in those conversations. Marketing needs to be doing the discovery within the marketplace that says, hey, there's a gap for a product that exists here. It needs to have these features and offer these benefits and be priced like this. And this is the return that we can see as a business if we go after this opportunity. And so marketing really needs to be in the business case type of discussion around the product being created at all. And I bet you most marketing departments are brought in at the tail end of a new product development. They're not brought in at the beginning. They're not really talking to and speaking to the business side of creating the product. But I believe brand builders, marketers need to be in those conversations. They need to be leading those conversations in the organization. And so discovery is all about, do we need this product? Conducting focus groups, surveys, these types of things to figure out, do we even need this product? And if we do, what does it need to have? How are we going to sell it? What price should it have? Think of the 4 P's of marketing. How are we going to bring this to market? And then how are we going to talk about it? How are we going to brand it? How are we going to message it? How are we going to position it against other products in the marketplace and even other products that we sell as a brand? Marketing needs to be in those conversations of, why does this product even exist altogether? And that's what the discovery phase is really all about, discovering that the marketplace actually needs this product, and then discovering what it will look like. How do we talk about it? What do we call it? How are we going to price it? How are we going to position it? All those kinds of things would be included in the discovery phase of launching the product. And that's really early on. That's really even before a lot of the development has even occurred. Sometimes it can be interspersed throughout, but really there's the business case. There's kind of then the messaging, once features are kind of locked in, and the positioning and pricing and things like that. that happen kind of later in product development process. Sometimes, your engineers may come up with 3 different prototypes, and you as a marketer need to bring it to focus groups to figure out, okay, what do you like about this? Should it have this? What do you think about the way this looks? So on and so forth. But that's all included within that discovery phase of launching a product. So that's phase number 1. Phase number 2 is creative. And creative is creating all of the assets that you're going to need to launch your product. Creative is creating the assets that you're going to need to create the product. Now, here's the goal with creative. You want to create everything that you need and then sit on it. You want to create everything that you need and then sit on it. The goal is to create everything and then have it staged so that when you have that publish date, when you get that final, we're ready to bring this to market date, all you got to do is hit go and you're ready to publish and you have everything that you need to launch the product. So the goal of creative is to create everything and sit on it and really have as much time from that creative phase to that publish phase as possible. Now, the reality is that a lot of the times that when you're creating things and when you're needing to publish them, that's kind of a condensed timeline, but the goal is to have things created and sit on them. Create the data sheets, create your, populate the ACEs and PIs information in your product data management tool. Create the email, have the photos done, have all of those things created, the assets ready to go, that 1-page PDF, have that ready to go so that when the product is ready, marketing, all you got to do is hit send, hit publish, hit go, and you're ready to go. And so that's really the goal of the creative phase, is to create all of the assets. And then the third stage, which is pretty self-explanatory, publicity. This is the actual action of sending out that email, sending out that press release, beginning that advertising, placing that ad, all of those things that are involved with communicating to the world that, hey, we've got this product. And there's dozens of ideas in this spreadsheet that I prepared that you can use to help you figure out what do we need to do to generate buzz, generate pull for this new product. And so that's what publicity is. But the reality is that most marketers, most brand builders, their product launch process is just publicity. They create something and publish it off quick. They create the press release right then, and then they just send it off right after they're done writing it. And they don't have that creative phase where they're creating those assets and they have them staged and they're sending and all of that. Let alone the discovery, being involved in the actual conversations of why we need this product at all. And so publicity is all about letting the world know. Now, there's a certain sequence that you should follow when launching a product. Manufacturers, parts, brands, a lot of times we sell through distributors. And I believe that you should let your distributors, and what I mean by distributor is a wholesale distributor. This is a business that is selling to another business, not a business selling to a consumer, but a business who needs to sell to another business. I believe that they are a business partner. They are an investor in your brand. They buy skids and skids of product as an investment so that they can go ahead and sell that and get a return on that investment. And so they need to be the first to know about new products. They need time to load it into their systems. They need time to order and get inventory in-house. And they need a little bit of advanced notice from the rest of the world that you're launching new products, because they may get a call. If you do everything all at once, you let everybody know all at the same time, and dealers start calling their distributors trying to get products, and they have no idea what you're talking about. That partner number doesn't exist. That product line doesn't exist. To them, that's a lost sale, and you're going to lose points with that distributor because they're going to lose that sale. They're going to say, this other distributor knows about the product. This manufacturer is playing favorites or whatever, and this distributor has it, and we don't. Why don't we have the information and all that? And you need to let your business partners know before the rest of the world so they have time to get their systems and get their affairs in order so that they can begin to be a partner with you in launching the product. Now, I will say this. Having a distributor who's mad at you because someone's calling them about a product that they don't know about is a wonderful problem. It's a problem, but it's great. As a marketer, I love to hear that because we're creating pull. People are actually calling somebody for our products. We're not just shoving products through the pipeline. People are asking our business partners for our brand, for our products. And that's great as a marketer, but it is a problem, and it's something that you should figure out. Then there's really, kind of the next phase. If you let your distributors know first, you should probably let your next line of distribution partners know. So this would be kind of the frontline retailer. So e-commerce people, jobbers, installers, so on and so forth. You can let them know a little bit ahead of consumer launch, but sometimes you can pair those together depending on your particular product. A lot of times, Automotive Aftermarket, it's a scheduled install, it's a drop ship, and it's not like there's parts sitting on shelves somewhere and they're going to be missing out on sales. So, but think through that sequence of how you're going to let each of your business partners know and your consumers know about your new product. So that's the publicity phase, is letting the world know, hitting publish on all of those assets that you created during the creative phase. Now, the fourth and final phase of launching a product like a pro is analysis. And this is something that most people forget about, including me, that I just don't even think about it because, hey, we got it out the door, we're done. But there needs to be some type of an analysis on how that product launch went. It's a post-action review. How did we do? How was this product received? How did all of our different activities land within the marketplace? How do we know next time what to do or what not to do? There's an acronym that you can follow for post-action reviews called KISS, K-I-S-S. And I know a lot of you are thinking keep it simple, stupid, but it's a different acronym. It's KEEP. K is for keep, I is for improve, S is for start, the other S is for stop. And so KEEP, K, what do we need to keep doing? What worked well last time that we need to make sure that we keep doing this? Then the I for improve. What do we need to improve from next time? What could just use a little bit more oomph or a little bit more ad dollars or whatever to really be successful? What do we need to improve in the future? And then at the first S, start. What didn't we do that we really need to start doing next time we launch products? And then the final S, stop. What did we do last time that added no value? What do we need to stop doing? Stop wasting our time on. Don't do these things because it didn't add any value and we don't need to spend our time on those things. So go through that period of analysis. See how the product landed. Do people actually like it? Look at some of your business analytics, your sales data, stuff like that. Is this being seeded well? Is there opportunity for other product lines like it or new applications or, what's next for us? Of all the activities that we did to launch this product, what worked the best? What didn't? What can we do to improve? All those types of things you should be talking about during the analysis phase. And sometimes that's events 30 days after launch, 90 days after launch, a year after launch. Again, all of this information can be downloaded for free in the product launch template, Excel file again at autobrandpodcast.com/launch. Thanks for joining me for this special episode, bonus episode of the Autobrand Podcast. Be sure to download that spreadsheet if you haven't already, autobrandpodcast.com/launch. And I hope that you will learn something new from this and use it to help make you a better brand builder. Thanks for joining us again. I'm Ryan Fire. This is the Autobrand Podcast, where we help equip brand builders to go further, faster in the automotive aftermarket.